Hello, everybody. I'm starting up a new one by warming up a little bit with a cover that I need to do. It's it's a crossover cover, not that the comic is a crossover, but like it's something that Top Cow wanted me to do. So I'm doing a cover with Bernie and Witchblade on it. Hey, Henke. Hey, Bottoms. Working on a cover, sort of a crossover cover, but not for a crossover comic. Because, yep. Hmm. Alright, I gotta remind myself what the new armor looks like again. That was... I had a reference somewhere in my downloads. Let's see. Okay. This should be that. Okay, so it's... Oh yeah, it was like copper and black metal. Black metal, yeah. So it's copper, black climbs up the neck. chat. Huh. Chat's dead. Rip chat. Alright, so this, and then the. Alright. Running out of naming conventions. Yes, the folder managements. The subtool namings. Ugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, David. Let's see. This one goes like this, climbs up the neck. And she's got pieces around here. So is it more? There's like a thing here. There's like a line of things here. So line of things here, thing here. Yeah, gauntlet is pretty usual, just black. Ah, boy. Files, save as. Let's save this as an actual Clip Studio format, and not like last time when I ruined my recording session. Man, this team in Final Fantasy XIV is so Xenogears coded, it's not even funny. Listen, you're talking to the guy who's never in his life even named a layer, so... I just embrace the chaos and live by it until it bites me in the ass, you know? It's the right way to do things, yeah? This month I have to do 3 crossover character crossover covers. 2 of them are for actual crossovers. One of them involves a character that people have said I should draw for, at this point, about 15 years. So that's happening. Then I have 2 different covers featuring Witchblade. And then I also And then I have 3 DC event covers, a Batwoman cover, and I have to do 10 pages of my DC book, and I have to do 10 pages of Death Vigil, and I have to do 10 pages of Sunstone, and I have to do 3 pages of Crimson After Hours. So I got a few things to do. Which is why, right now, as the Labor Day is starting, I'm fucking laboring. Meanwhile, Linda is out here sitting and just drawing her ass off on the opener for the new Bloodstein. Like, I have never seen a fucking hilarious comic look this pretty. It's just, I've literally cried myself I laughed myself to tears today reading the fucking thing that she's making, and at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck, man? What? What's the average amount of layers I end up with an illustration? I don't really have an average amount. Sometimes I pretty much do everything on one layer. Sometimes I'm literally like the more indecisive I am, the more layers I get, and also the more I save scum, as in duplicate layer, hide the duplicate, work on the new thing, and then if it works, I keep that one. If it doesn't, I fucking chuck it and go back to the previous duplicate. It's just sometimes I know what I want to do, and sometimes it's just like I have no memory of this place, and I'm just fucking Gandalf into the mines of Moria. Also, hey, Siren. Nice to see you here. Oh boy. So back to which one was it? This is why I don't like using too many layers. Is I often get lost on in the sauce of like what 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 layer is the thing on? No, not visible. Ugh. Layer, merge selected layers. Where's it? I didn't even select the layers. Yeah, that helped. Okay, this hand looks weird and wonky. So let's not have that. And then let us that feeling when you're drawing a hand and you're like, I have no fucking idea what to do. What do you do with fingers? What do you do with hand? Now, now, now I know what early stage AI machine learning felt like. I was like, how many fingers? I don't know, man. Yes. Yeah, let's try this. Let's give it. Let's. Yet again, finding me here in questionable hours. I will have you know this is a perfectly reasonable 5 a.m. in Croatia, okay? It doesn't get more 5 a.m. than this, except like 1 minute after this, it gets a bit more 5 a.m. because then it's literally 5 a.m. But like, you know, it's pretty 5 a.m. Up in this place, you know. Hand in pockets to the rescue. Yeah, no, hands on the back of the head, like, oh my god, I'm just stretching, you know. Oh yeah, so shy. Behind the backs, exactly. Behind their backs or into bondage. You'll never know. Nobody said that artists operate at reasonable hours. You know you've reached the high levels of art when your sleep schedule is less of a schedule and more just a free interpretation on when to pass out. You know. What the fuck am I even doing with her hands? Why is she jazz hands? What the fucking swear? Like I've gotten a little bit rusty with Witchblade. It's been a decade or two. Well, not two, but like it's getting there. Double thumbs up. Yeah, approved. It's like she's gonna hold a deck of cards in one of her hands and just toss one at us at the other. You found my trap card. Ha ha ha. Somewhere in the background, James like, yo, those are mine. Let's see. She doesn't have little back flaps. She's got more hair than Starfire here. I guess Witchblade now does that. Fine. Let's give her those 6 ponytails worth of hair. May you ask an art question? This is one of the best places to ask that and receive bad answers to. Just gonna roll the hands at the same time, pull a witness. Oh my god. Funny thing is, want to see something that I did about. Oh boy, let me just check it. It actually has a creation date on it somewhere. Let me find it. It's gonna be this E. Then it's gonna be which one was it? Thunder E again, and then Ravine. Yes, and then I scroll down and I find it somewhere until this massive folder loads up. I think you'll appreciate this one. All right, where the fuck is it? Oh wow, I'm finding just a lot of random, really old things in these folders, huh? Alright, where the fuck was it? What's under designs? Ah, yeah. This was something I did back in, how was it? What did it say? Uh, 2009. And so it really cracked me up when I saw The Witness for the first time. This was one of the early designs of some discarded uh, entity for my old fantasy comic ravine. Is there a reason why I don't start with gray values? It seems to start painting. Of course there is. It's because I'm not a bitch. No, it's just I don't know. I think better in paint blobs in general. Like I have a pretty okay sense of values, and honestly, if I need to, here's a fucking simple trick, right? I can just take I can take the layer, right? Layer, duplicate. I do uh, edit. Where is it? Edit tonal corrections. Why are you like this? Oh, because I'm trying to do it on a hidden one. Edit tonal corrections. Hue, saturation, luminosity. Drop that saturation to nothing. Use this layer later on as a color layer, and then just kind of work it like that if I need to fuck around with the values themselves. So it's like there's always a there's always a back entrance. That's what. Never mind. Funny thing is, like, this thing was that creature was supposed to be some sort of like effectively death type character, whereas like its name was literally Severer, as you can see. Like his whole shtick was like he was the one that severs the life threads. Listen. I have preferences and themes and just like, death gods are cool and they love apples. What? But yeah, the first time I saw the witness in that post Lightfall cutscene where they were like, they held the hands in the same pose, like all like and kind of vaguely floating above the ground, like that was the whole shtick with this one and the whole cloud of fucking shit above the head. I'm like, I know this guy. This guy is bad news. Plus, there is a benefit when you're doing colors immediately, and that is your pieces tend to develop a more uh, varied color palette, because like you're not dealing with something where you're like, well, I'm just gonna apply a color layer. You start thinking in colors more. And one of those things that I love about Clip Studio is the way where if you're using something with applied color mixing, you can have perceptual mixing, which means it's going to act the same way that it's roughly the same way as the actual paints would, where it's like they're going to mix into each other and mix in the same way as they would if it was real color. So yeah, there are benefits to it, but there are flaws to it as well. It's like anything else at the end of the day, it's just a whole bunch of, it's a matter of preferences. Where is it? I'm looking for that Vigil 2, that Vigil 2, that Vigil. There it is. Time to go to the gruesome process of drawing in Bernie's overly complicated scythe, and by that I mean I'm just gonna copy the damn thing. There we go, there we go. Nobody saw nothing. You saw nothing. Edit, paste. It's not cheating if you made the thing in the first place.
You will just have to try once.
Exactly.
Do it once.
Flip.
That's
Wait, what? What did I? Oh, mesh. What? Whoa, hold on. Transform what? Mesh transformation.
Yes, they added that.
Yo!
Well, mesh transformation.
I did not even notice it existed.
No, they had that from the beginning.
I didn't notice it.
They also have a puppet transformation
Yeah.
where you can puppeteer your drawings.
No, I'm not a player. I'm a puppeteer.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna make things interesting. I can then make a. Oh, 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 oh. I have no idea. I'm just pretending like it. All right, let's see. What am I? Distort, right? Is it? There we go. Transform. Okay. Sir, I will take the potato brain, but calling me slow is a slander. I am the king of speed. And by king, I mean like a really, really, really small country that's within a small region of a bigger country. It's just, I'm a bit of a king, just tiny. Shut up, Linda. I am overworked, tired, and I have had one coffee. Okay, my brain is it's trying. It's short right now. Level 100 short. That's what I am right now. We are just shorting it here one day at a time, you know? That boy. Short is just short is peak. Short is. I've known short for a day, and I will do everything to protect short. Sometimes you see a person walk into a room with such energy, such vivaciousness that you're just like that boy. So funny how Xenos went from being like the most annoying character to me to see in Stormblood at the beginning. I'm like, ah, good. Like, look at this guy, no personality, just kind of like, hey, I'm strong. Two, oh my God, he's back. The expansion is saved. Fucking Endwalker. It's like, this is your prey? The fuck is it still doing breeding here? What the hell, man? Why is it still alive? What? Ah. And then after seeing what they've did with Xenos, even when I met the annoyance that is Fandaniel, I'm like, they're gonna do something with this fucker. Yeah, he's annoying. Yeah, I really hate him because he's so annoying. But like this guy will somehow. Yeah, no, he fucked my shit up. Now I'm sad. Oh man. That's why every time I see people going like, oh, just buy a story skip. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, god damn. Skipping 14 story, man. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, I know it's long. Why are you looking at it as a fucking chore? It's long. Good. That means there's more of game to play. What is wrong with us these days, man? Yes, to friend. My man speaking about friendship like Sweeney Todd. Speak to me, friend. Oh god. But it's so funny, like how literally this man had no reason to live until he meets the protagonist, the player character, and he's just like, and then it's just like spark in his eye, like, yo, do, am I no longer the One Punch Man? Do I have a reason to live? That man is the embodiment of anhedonic depression. Later, he gets so inspired by us, he even has a job change. Good for him. Also, I don't understand the reference 9-9 thing. Apologies. Thanks, SBR. I'm working on a variant cover. The bane of comic industry's existence. But that's the unfortunate system I'm engaging with. Because these days you can't fucking put a comic in a store unless it's marked as a new #1 with all the variant covers. Because heaven forbid courting actual customers and not, speculators. I'm just jaded. Here's the thing. I've replayed A Realm Reborn recently, and I'm gonna be real with you. A Realm Reborn doesn't have a bad story. It has a bit of a quest bloat still. It should be trimmed, and like a lot of it should be just kind of relegated to optional stuff for your second, third job leveling if you want to do that. But the Realm Reborn story is coherent. It gets you from point A to point B. Past Realm Reborn stuff drags until you get to Mundrilda, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, we get actual well-written characters and not just, you know, first attempt at writing. And then what happens, and then the fucking party happens, and it's at that point where you receive the awakening. Everybody receives the awakening. That fucking party, that just. Like all of a sudden you're like, wait, what just happened? This is no longer the same game. What the fuck? Why is this going so hard? I was not ready for this shit. This wasn't in the notes. And then past that point you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, okay, we're in a different fucking universe now. But overall, like Realm Reborn, yeah, it's a bit of a slog, but like, it's a learning experience, and plus it's one of those things where it's like uh, it introduces you to the world, to the concept, to the characters, you know, sketches of characters at the time, but still, it matters. Like, it's like even something like Stormblood or Heaven's War, not Heaven or Dawn Trail, like they all have their own issues, like mostly in pacing. Like that's what I've noticed, that's where Final Fantasy XIV stumbles often. While their storytelling is fantastic and their stories are truly majestic, it's the pacing that sometimes just fucking falls on his face and just kind of starts walking in place for like a weirdly long period of time. And they get you engaged into something and excited, and then it's like, all right, now you're gonna be running in place for like the next 5 hours, and you're just like, was that the best choice? you know Looking for Ed Costa del Sol questline. Yeah, real. Yeah, sites are awesome. Yeah, Shadowbringers also like Ilmeg section was like it's not that it's a bad section, it's that it just kind of crashes the pacing so hard. Whereas like you're like, oh my god, we're in this like really intense like running away thing, and it's like stop, like runs into a wall, and now you're dealing with all the whole Ilmeg experience. And like on its own, it's not a bad thing, but pacing wise, it's just Jesus Christ, man. Like there should be an additional pacing director for this game where it's just like play through it and tell me where it feels like it's dragging. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure it's a pure coincidence that we have a raid boss and a fucking extreme that where you fight the train. I'm just expecting like one of the future Alliance raids to be a crossover with Thomas the Tank Engine. Where we learn that it too is some sort of a shadow fiend, void fiend, trapped into an ancient machina of destruction. Thomas has never seen such bullshit. Man, one of these days I gotta find some free time and just like ta- take like a month off from comics and just finish about 6 or 7 of the 3D sculpts that I really, really, really want to have on my shelf. Because like there's at least 2 of them that are fan arts that I really want to have, and one of them is like this big Ultima weapon from Final Fantasy 14, like just hand raised casting Ultima, so I can make it all complicated, messy, and illuminated, and then look at Henke and go like, now this is your problem. Yeah, Nier, I'm not super surprised. I've heard it said that 2B is like the stripper they send into other games as a birthday gift. It's like, there you go, there's your 2B crossover. And it's like, yeah, I suppose there's some truth to that. I'm just straight up expecting 2B to at some point just appear in Destiny 2. It's like we're gonna get like, glams for the Titan Hunter and Warlock, and they're all gonna be in like tie highs and uh, tie high boots. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That is slowly turning into one of my favorite phrases. Listen, it's usually followed by "I'm paying," so so it's a bit of a it's a win-win situation. Let's be real. It's like I have money. It's like, oh, money, you say? I like money. Exactly. See, we are a match made in heaven. But it's so funny. I'm trying, like, I absolutely adore Ultima Weapon from Final Fantasy XIV, but my God, that thing is a convoluted pile of shape language. Like, I started working on it, and like, all I've done so far is just sculpt a head, and it's like, oh God. But I still want to do it because I'm a fucking lunatic. Like, look at this shit. Like, this thing is so messy looking, like, but the thing is, like, when you see the full form of it and everything kind of starts working together, it's just, I just love that look. You know, I love that design. Like, where's my reference? Yeah, look at this shit. Look at this monstrosity. I fucking love it. No Ultima Weapon. Then again, I've been a massive fan of weapons since Final Fantasy VII when I first saw and fought them. Like, holy shit! And then to fight them in Final Fantasy XIV, they're like detailed reinterpretations, and they're reinterpretations without changing the design, which is something I really love. Oh yeah, the He-Man statues as well. Yeah, yeah, that's one of the ones that I really want to have, finished. 1/3 scale. Why are you daring me to do? Like, I'll go for that. That's again. Let me rephrase. Let me remind you. That's a Henke problem. You dare me to make them 1/3 scale? Pff, please. It's like 1 meter tall statue. Oh no! How will I ever recover from that? Why was I working on these things on her hair layer? Yeah, this is why I don't do a lot of layers, because I will inevitably pick the wrong one and start cooking. What about some Death Vigil statues? Huh. I do have this one that's almost done. And I do have a... Where is she? Why can't I find her? Am I blind? That's a rhetorical question. Yeah, and then I have this one of Clara that I still have to finish, where she's opening a portal and a whole lot of shit comes through. Uh, Man, this is an older sculpt, and holy crap, this needs work. Oh my god. But yeah, I am working on those as well. And they will be done. Unless the sales of that visual 2 are so catastrophically low that I just fall into a deep depression and never want to touch the title again. Legitimate possibility. I'm also working on this thing. This is something that I want to finish at some point as well. Because right now it's just really, really rough posing and everything. I really should stop working from my base mesh because I find it limiting. Posing becomes fiddly. Then I have to resculpt everything again anyway, so it's like, what's the point? I don't know. Let me just try something different. This does not really spark joy. Alright, oh, the thing that I still are what's called STL files for people to print for themselves or have them printed elsewhere. Uh, Henke here also does prints on demand, so and it's considering he's the one who's slicing and prepping and test printing them for me. He usually is the best choice for those things, given that he has experience with the exact files in question. Because he printed and he printed these ones for me. Let me just. Okay, yeah. He printed this one for me. I have this one actually painted already. And he also printed the Buffet one for me. Yeah, here's the painted version of this one. It's a terrible photo done in my kitchen, so ignore the glare and bloom. They look way, way better in person. But then there's also, like I said, where is it? Yeah, he printed Buffet for me, and there's also a fine print issue for scale. And I am currently in the process of painting her. And as soon as I have at least one day off, I'm gonna actually be able to finish her. It's gonna be great. Where the fuck is the photo? Oh yeah. So yeah, this is her right now. In the process of being painted, just kind of some flat colors here. But yeah, they do look very nice when they're completed and painted and everything, so. Oh, I have an idea. Wait, why are you not painting? Oh, because you're literally the same color. Okay, what if I do a thing where Bernie literally hides half of her face? Sort of like a threatening, mysterious aura. nice. Then I move Sarah a bit more to the side. Yeah. And the chains jiggle, exactly. I haven't still painted the chains, I will though. Yeah, Henke does the printing. He also does some of the sculpting for like bases and stuff, and like elements that I need that are just too tedious to do in ZBrush because. and Henke is really good at sculpting himself, so turns out he was the perfect guy for the job. Huzzah! And all I had to do is just mention that I needed somebody to print stuff on the stream, and then he went like, "Dude, you do know that that's exactly what I do." And I'm like, I probably should have picked up on that, considering that you've given me printing advice during the last 20 times you were on the stream, and I was just too dumb to put two and two together. Crazy. Give them a bath in alcohol. So just like myself, they need to get drunk. No, not really. No, see that'd work if I even drank alcohol, but I don't. Now, if you said give them a bath in caffeine, there, 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 that would be perfect. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he works at NASA. NASA fast. I'm funny. she was a fire whip performer, got bored, and went, NASA. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, and the funny thing is like the story gets absolute like the incline of how much crazier it gets. It's just fucking ridiculous. Volume 3 takes a quantum leap in what the fuckery. Then, oh boy. And then it leaves us on a cliffhanger where it's like, yeah, you thought we've reached peak insanity? We did not. I don't even know what the fuck is happening there on Twitch. You guys okay there? Dude, are you banning people randomly? Oh God. Oh my God, Henke, this is self-harm, man. Ay. This is what I see when I get out of bounds in Destiny. Just the building blocks of existence. Hmm. Welcome back to the world of the living, my friend. Cut. some more space for the title and everything. Yeah, hands are one of those things that are really like important for character acting, because a lot of people have very expressive hands. You know, when you're talking, you're kind of gesticulating and doing stuff. So it's very crucial to master those. I still haven't, mind you. Like I still have a lot of room for improvement. But you know, given that I've started doing things properly only what few years ago now, I'm getting there fast. Yeah, that was a fun cover to do. Yeah, Siren here is freaking amazing. Incredible artworks. Bernie doing her best Xenos impression. Let's go. I'm just sad that I can't stream the other covers this month because those would have been fun to stream. But they're not mine to show, so ugh, professionalism, ugh. Alright, yeah, this looks cool. I am happy with this. Blockout is now official. What? Ah, that's file save. Blockout is now officially done. I have figured it out. Now I get to give up on the piece. I wish I was kidding, but so often that's what happens. It's like this part is like the most fun because this is the one where you kind of figure out what you want, like figure out the actual challenge, the puzzle of the painting. Because past that point is rendering, nothing but rendering. And rendering, like, in the early stage of artistic development, rendering is it's the sauce, it's the good stuff. But then, the older you get, the less, the less it really appeals to you, just because you're just kind of staring at it as like, it's just a bunch of same old. Out of the hand. Yeah, hands are at least, they're interesting, they're fun. Hands, faces, that's the cool part to render, and then after that it's just like, ugh. That's where my lazy ass is like, hey, maybe if I just put this into Photoshop and then just do my bevel emboss shit, then it's gonna be fast at least. But I kind of want to have, these workflow videos that Clip Studio has, and for that it needs to remain in the Clip Studio format. Ugh. Files saved. I'm actually gonna try and finish this today. Well, mostly. I always, when it comes to these things, if I have the luxury of doing it in multiple days, I do it in multiple days. Not because I can't do it in one, but because I avoid that stupid annoying part where my eyes get so used to the piece that I stop seeing mistakes. So, it's one of those. That's one of those benefits where I juggle a bunch of illustrations at the same time and progress them. Then every time I get back to it, I have a nice fresh view on it, and yeah, because of that. Actually, no, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna now stop on this one. I'm gonna take a break, and later I'm gonna block out another one, probably one of the Batman ones or something like that, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna block out one of the image ones that I need to do, and then I'm gonna come back to this one. Then I'm gonna block out the Batwoman. Then I'm gonna block. It's gonna be a whole lot of blocking out stuff this week. Plus, I do need to finish 2 pages of the DC book today, so that's. I'm starting the month sprint, and let's fucking go. So, anyways, thank you for being here. I'm gonna be off now. I'll take a small break.